FIFA Ultimate Team, a game that you love and absolutely hate.
Penrith!
Somehow the highs are so high,
I got someone! Oh my god!
and the lows are so unbelievably low.
Why are you there?
Gone were the days of this, and now they're replaced by this.
Re-release the epic Team of the Year pack for the Team of the Year midfielders, an 86 plus times 25, and the chances of getting a Team of the Year is 6.6%.
How did we get here? Let's rewind back to FIFA 13. I'm aware Ultimate Team started in FIFA 09, but I feel this is the FIFA that people most fondly remember. This was a time where you had to grind for players, but not the grinding that you have today with SBCs. You had to be really good at trading and understanding the market, and while there's still a big trading community nowadays, this was the thing that you needed to do back then. Well, that, or FIFA points, or the cheaper alternative, buying coins that we'll get to later. Every week you had the Team of the Week, which featured some upgraded cards, and that was it. No, seriously, like that was it. I mean, yeah, sometimes you had Man of the Match cards coming out for a short amount of time, but yeah, this was all we had until Team of the Year, and later on toward the end with Team of the Season. And yeah, these blue cards were definitely sought out after, but did you need them? Sweaty cards. Essentially just fast, overpowered players. Emanike, Wellington, S-Wine. These were primetime goated cards that no matter what stage you were at during the game's life cycle, these cards and even some silver cards like Kelvin or Lukaku could keep up. That being said, this game also had its fair share of, let's just call FIFA randomness in the gameplay. Yeah, sometimes the game just didn't go your way and you got screwed for it. The FIFA YouTube community around this time was also popping off. Rhoda Shaw and his pink slips, Itani, Nepenthes, even KSI were still massively into the game. Let's move to FIFA 14. Not much change in Ultimate Team this year, well aside from the card design, and now on Xbox, legend cards were a thing. Retired players could now be packed and used, which was a massive selling point. Again, this game also had its fair share of randomness in the gameplay, and sometimes you really just wanted to break your controller. FIFA points were still here, but people mostly still went to go and buy coins from third-party websites. Let's move to FIFA 15. It became clear by this point that not much was changing from each iteration. Yes, this game was specifically designed on what was then new-gen consoles, and gameplay did have a massive overhaul to some extent. For me, this game had the best gameplay, but that's not exactly a massive feat. Randomness, broken free kicks, it's all still there.
And the ball's in, it's a goal!
Also, this was the year I packed 97 striker Ronaldo. Ah, what a year. But something did change, in a big way. This was the introduction of something called price ranges. Before this, you could list up a bronze player for 15 million coins if you wanted. It didn't mean someone would buy them. But now, each player had a minimum amount and a maximum they could go for. Seems like not that bad a change, so what's the big deal? Well, the problem is that EA decided to implement this feature in the middle of a game cycle, where players' prices didn't exactly have a consistent price and constantly dipped. So now, when you have players like Ronaldo getting a specific maximum buy now, it meant that players with an abundance of coins could buy each and every card off the market. And guess what? That's exactly what happened. There were times where I searched Ronaldo or Messi and they were straight up extinct. I had never experienced this in FIFA 13 or 14, unless there were extremely rare versions of cards that came out, but regular gold cards? Needless to say, price ranges destroyed trading that year. Some of these were absurd, like Muriel's silver card and an overall of 74 was significantly more priced than 88 Falcao. Sure, that may have to do with the rarity, but also because Muriel was a better player in the game. Him and Abarbo made for a sweaty ass combination. Don't even get me started on when Doumbia came to the Serie A. So while EA may have said that these things were implemented to help make players more achievable, it was clearly a way to combat coin sellers. After all, FIFA points are the only way they got profit off their games. This didn't exactly work, to be honest. You could just buy a new account with an abundance of coins. At this point, YouTubers didn't exactly care about the cards they had. They were out here playing search and destroy.
That's why I want right centre back.
AJ Theory FIFA had his squad builder showdown, and other YouTubers came up with other mini games. Also, what were with these YouTubers using the same house track on every single video by the same artist? Let's switch to FIFA 16. Foot draft arrived. Aside from that, not much change. Price ranges worked now because they were in the game from the get-go. Let's go to FIFA 17. This game had The Journey, a kind of story mode featuring this cutscene.
Hey guys, Matt here, and welcome to Bronze Beasts.
If you're going to talk like that about our boy, you should
Play against some silver teams, some amazing gold
get out of here.
beast.
Oh yeah, also for Ultimate Team, the best feature that could have possibly been added to the game had arrived. SBCs. So basically, all the cards you had stored up in the club collecting dust had a purpose now. You could trade in these cards either for some packs or exclusive OP cards that came out. The content was overflowing throughout the year, and it made it more accessible to get the higher rated cards now. But still, if you decide to stick with your gold cards, you could get on by. Let's move to FIFA 18. I played this game for only about a week before I stopped. Well, for me personally, the gameplay was atrocious. Sorry to those who actually liked it, but I remember it feeling so sluggish sluggish and unresponsive that I just couldn't have fun. Oh yeah, legends were no longer a thing, and now they became icons, and they were no longer exclusive to Xbox. This was a big change, but it wasn't enough to keep me engaged. After all, if you didn't enjoy the gameplay, why would you play it at all? I'm going to get into this point later. I'm pretty sure it was either this game or FIFA 17 where promo cards were coming out a lot more frequently. The dopamine of Team of the Season was now almost all the time. Let's go to FIFA 19. I came back for this one, and I can't remember why. No, seriously, like I can't. I still hated the gameplay, especially with how broken scoop shot volleys were, and oh yeah, now I remember, foot draft. I didn't even play Ultimate Team properly at first. I just wanted 15k to get a draft. Then I packed Gold Hazard, and that's when it hit me. The dopamine rush. We were rich. Well, I think he was a couple of 100k at the time, and now I started actually playing the game. I can't remember if it was every week or not, but frequently new promo cards came out. Like, what the hell was a headliner card or a scream card? EA pulled these ideas out of their ass, and everyone ate it up, including me. Let's fast forward to FIFA 23. Why such a big gap? Well, it's because I didn't play any of the other FIFAs aside from FIFA 22, only at the very end where every single card was worth nothing. And you can guess, it was just to play draft.
Dude, it's the last one.
DJ, yo, get on the case.
Modric? It's good. We got our money back. We're back. Another one.
Anyways, I want to call attention to this mistake by EA. They accidentally released a tradable hero pack in the store for 25,000 coins. Those who were content creators or jobless addicts playing the game at that exact moment got it, sold the player they got, and a few minutes later, EA removed it from the store. So people got upset, and overall, it was just a shitty move by EA. Well, surely it won't happen again, right? Wrong. I'll get there. Anyways, despite me packing tradable Grinch after that, I lost interest. Chemistry was different. You had to have position cards to change players' positions so they could get their chemistry. The World Cup promo was shockingly bad, and I just had enough. Or so that's what every person says in FIFA. EAFC 24. I can speak a lot more about this game. I think I'm losing track. I remember EA's first mistake they made. That SBC that made almost everyone who completed it get a free Team of the Year Messi. Not everyone got it since it was still a player pick, but the chance of getting him was extremely high. And like always, this greedy ass Mojo Jojo ass company removed it. The mistakes only continued. David Beckham was tradable if he completed his SBC before they changed it. I think they did anyway. Let me know in the comments if that was the case. And the biggest one, Red Mbappe, was coming out thick and fast during Team of the Season FUT Champs rewards. Not only that, but higher rated players during that promo were just extremely common during those player picks. And you guessed it, as soon as they realized what was happening, they changed it. We have identified an issue where the Champions player pick rewards were providing unintended results. This has been corrected in-game. Unintended. I mean, this was no surprise. We knew these guys were greedy scumbags, but by tweeting this, they basically openly admitted to just being that. This is basically what they did.
Get real, Kevin, because when you feel like a dirtbag, it's because you're a dirtbag, right? So just own it. Just say it out loud. I am a dirtbag.
Good players who got 18 to 20 wins in FUT Champs got better rewards, right? Well, no, because it was still based on luck. You had a higher chance, sure, but you could still get screwed. The sweet spot was 11 wins. Now let's address the other main issue I have with this game, the in-game store. Remember when the biggest pack you could have back then was 100,000 coins? Well, let's go to the store and see what the hell is this. What the I'm sorry? Imagine showing someone this when they haven't played a FIFA game since FIFA 13. It's a straight... Let me just highlight a few key things here as well. One, the gameplay this year is probably the worst it has been, at least for all the games that I have played. I promise, I felt Friday was the worst time to play. Not because tryhards were on, because FUT Champs was the thing, but because the volume of players at the game all at once made the gameplay so sluggish. At least that's my interpretation of it, and a lot of other people feel the exact same way. Unresponsive gameplay, the amount of bullshit randomness I have experienced is tenfold. Two, these ridiculous mistakes. It happens so much this year that you have to think it's done on purpose, and unfortunately, these dirtbags get away with it every single time because we, the players, keep coming back to the game. Why? Because of this egregious and money-hungry gambling system. Which brings me to the third thing, the store. With the amount of store packs here, I just think about them kids badgering their parents to buy the pack, only to get a discard price promo card. So essentially, gambling for children. Oh, sorry, what do they call it?
Surprise mechanics.
I swear this company should actually be thoroughly investigated. Anyways, while this is a huge problem for the game, I still don't think this game mode as it currently stands is pay to win. It's pay to improve. I didn't spend a single cent on FIFA points, and through grinding just the menus, my team ended up looking like this. Now this is another problem. Why was I spending more time on the menus? Well, that's just because the gameplay is hot garbage. Now here's the thing. I'm not a game developer. I don't know what it means to make or fix the gameplay. There are two arguments I can think of. One, maybe they don't know how to fix the game, and as such, it continues to be littered with BS. Or two, they make so much money from store packs that they simply don't care about the gameplay. I don't know what the correct answer is, but I can safely say that every time I lose to BS or I see an egregious store pack, I can't help but blame this incompetent company. Every week, promo cards come out, and most most of them are worth 10k because they're easy to pack, while 2 or 3 are worth millions because of how hard they are to pack. Gold cards are legitimately useless now beyond the first 2 months. Gone are the days where you could use Ibarbo in the end game. But here's my counter. Because of SBCs and the now easier ability to gain such good cards, we don't need gold cards. Gameplay is now centered around the new cards. Back then, packing Ronaldo was like you won the lottery. Now when you pack him, or even someone like De Bruyne, he's just fodder.
Pop him into a nanny SBC, nice and easy.
Let's go back to the gameplay. If this game has consistently had randomness throughout the years that made you want to smash your controller, and why do people keep coming back? Because unfortunately, EA have a monopoly on football games. No one plays PES, and EA have the rights to all footballers in the world. This is the only game out there that has a chokehold on its fan base. Because time and time again, EA make mistakes that ruin the game, but they don't care. They're making money at the end of the day because people are so addicted to buying FIFA points to get that dopamine hit of a potential Mbappe that they don't even stop to realize just how dirty the cycle of playing this game is. You know what I felt after getting this team? Absolutely nothing. Why? Because in a few weeks, it's irrelevant. EAFC 25 comes out and you start again. All your time and energy spent for what? It's even worse for those who actually spent money on the game. I'm not going to say I won't play the next FC 25 game, but I will say is that I'm not touching Ultimate Team. I'll play clubs, but then again, considering how bad it was on FC 24, even that's a slight maybe. There's zero support for clubs last year. They don't care about game modes that don't produce the money. Thankfully, there are other games coming out that interest me a lot more than this scummy, microtransaction, gambling-induced simulator. If you actually enjoy grinding the game all year and don't mind only to start again the next year, that's totally fine. More power to you. I think even EA are up to this point where they're literally running out of ideas. They're making up some of the most ridiculous ideas for cards. Like, what on earth is a radioactive card? What do? Make it one game and have it be like Fortnite where battle passes are a thing? People would hate that. They're gonna stick to what works, which is releasing a game every year. This video wasn't to propose an alternative or anything because truly speaking, I have no idea what they could do. This video was just to outline how this game mode has changed over the years. This was just the year that made me realize how pointless it was to spend this much time grinding the game when I go into a rival's game, experience a multitude of BS that makes me lose, only to come back and do it again. The game isn't fun anymore. It's a 9-to-5 job. No game should make you experience such extreme amount of emotions in such a short amount of time. It's extremely unhealthy. And while I could just blame EA for everything, it's not just their fault. It's also ours for constantly buying the game and effectively making them get away with all of their mistakes. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.